What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. I got the purple robe on, so you guys already know it's almost time to go to sleep. But I wanted to do this quick video because I caught this post from Candace Owens, and she was defending Charlie Kirk's comments over, what is the prime of a woman. And apparently, let me see if I can pull this up. And I'm not really good. All right, so let me go back. Because where is it? I want to start from like the beginning. All right, here we go. It says, let's go. This is a 25-second clip.
Job, and it's created. We basically told a great generation of young women, don't get married, don't have kids, go get a corporate job, and it's created mass political hysteria. And then in their early 30s, they get really upset because they say, the boys don't want to date me anymore because they're not at their prime. And people get mad when I say that. Well, it's just true. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry. It's like you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in the early 20s. But again, you have your corporate job and cats. So I thought,
Okay, so obviously Charlie Kirk is trying to jump on the talking points of the red pill space, which is just comprised of a bunch of angry beta men, right? I've said this before, say it again. Bunch of angry beta men, right? These are guys that without money, no woman would really want them. Like, no matter how much they worked out in the gym, lots of women who encounter men like this, right? They are not desirable to them, right? Unless they have money. And even then, they're tolerating them at that point. So Charlie Kirk is basically echo chambering red pill talking points, right? And Candace Owens, who's trying to leech onto any talking point crowd at this point, because the Daily Wire just 86 their relationship with her for crossing their Overton window. So she goes, people are outraged about this clip. Me, I find it weird that women in their 30s can be so insecure, right? So as to refuse to admit that, of course, Charlie is telling the truth. Now, first of all, Candace, I'm going to tell you, you are the case study. Because when you were younger, you were looking kind of sad, honey, right? You look much better now in your 30s than you did when you were younger, okay? And this is true for many women. Now, be happy that you got that melanin in your skin. I know you hate it, but be happy that you got it, right? Because you get to age with a little bit more grace than a lot of women on this earth. So thank God for that. Now, Candace, I think she's like, 33, 32, something like that. All right. I'm 41. Do I think that I look better when I was younger than I do now? Absolutely not. And I've never had not one thing done to my face. But as we get older, our facial symmetry tends to change, especially depending on what has happened with your body. I've had 3 children, right? So my face has gone full and it's gone, I've gotten chubby and then I've kind of came back down to my normal weight. So my body has fluctuated, right? But my face, and like I said, I don't know if you guys can see me, I'm 40 years old, right? And this is my 40-year-old face, okay? And I feel like it looks better now than when I was younger. And I'm just making the point that some people age gracefully. Some people don't even look as good in their 20s as they do when they get old and their face starts really maturing. So there's a fallacy to this argument. Now, when you want to talk about the prime too, when I hear a lot of guys talk about the prime of woman, they're talking about her being perceived as more beautiful when she's younger and the fact that she has a smaller hole, right? She's more beautiful. She has a smaller hole, right? And a lot of these men are talking about, the women not wanting to get married, but the same can be said with these men. These men are not programmed, just like these women are not programmed to get married in their 20s. Most people are programmed to live your life, get to know yourself, meet somebody, date them for an extremely long time. I'm talking about years, right? And then you get married, right? So most people aren't even getting married these days until closer to their 30s. So they're literally dating somebody, possibly during the high valuation phase. And that's just modern times. And what really irritates me with conservatives is they recycle arguments. They take old school talking points and try to superimpose them on a society that has been hyper feminized, betaed up. I don't know how you could say it, but it's full of beta people, both male and female, right? And you have all these passionately ignorant people jumping on the bandwagon of all kinds of nonsense, right? I don't understand how anybody could think that anybody of any age in this current society is prime. There is no woman or a man in their prime. Youth can be considered prime in itself, right? But even down to vitality, right? Even down to vitality. If you're going to minimize prime to a whole, most of these dudes, they complain about the fact that these young chicks are dead lays. That women who are in my age group actually know what we're doing. We understand, we participate, right? So in the scheme of even sex, what is your idea of prime, right? Is it just somebody with a smaller hole, or is it somebody who can snatch your soul? Because the 35 to 40 plus women, we're doing that. Like if we so inclined ourselves, all right, we're not about to sit there just letting you do anything to us, right? We're going to try to snatch your soul as well. So stop playing. These people are absurd though, but this is just that young, immature, I don't know if they're Gen Zs or what are they? But they have zero clue. They try to leech on to like old school talking points and be the authority of the old school. It's like, stop. You don't even know what you're talking about. You can't even apply the old school to this new modern America because people are running on way worse thoughts than they were back in the day. Back in the day, the girls expected to graduate from high school and get married, right? I mean, there were so many things. People were getting married at like 18, 19, right out of high school. That was back in the day. They went through the struggle together. They rose up together. People don't have that mindset these days. I mean, even men are having requirements for, like, these dudes want to say men don't care about how smart a woman is. Like, they don't care about how much money she has. Bullshit. I really wish these people would stop lying. These legacy wealth dudes who you see dominating these spaces, right? They're not regular guys. These are trust fund assholes, right? Talking about regular men stuff, right? Like, these are trust fund guys, but they're like, women don't care. Most regular, average guys, they think about that because they're thinking, okay, we live in a hyperinflated economy because women have been brought into the workforce. Therefore, we have more buying power, right? And we've had that for decades, right? So a lot of guys do think about if a woman has income or if she has something to bring to the table as well. Whether these rich, wealthy trust fund kids who can go and blog and YouTube and do all that all day can believe that or not. That's true. Regular guys, they actually do care if a woman can bring something to the table, right? Because most men are average workers, right? And if they can find a woman who can be in partnership, in union with them, right? That's a bonus for them because it takes a lot of economic pressure off of them. So I think that these people live in la la land. Some of these people that make arguments, they're not objective. Like I said, a lot of these arguments lack pragmatism. And I think a lot of these people are just saying stuff for sensationalism. I really do. I really do think that people like Charlie Kirk. And I was looking at Amazing Lucas, and he was talking about how Charlie Kirk actually married his wife when she was in her 30s. So these people are walking contradictions. The most funny looking people ever, got like just the most absurd things to say. But, anyways, you guys have a wonderful evening, have a wonderful night, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.